Hello everyone, this is Ryan Shishak, and this is my PowerPoint presentation on promoting GIS and map collections using e-newsletters in a public library setting. The basic background is, for the past year I've been overseeing the social media and online presence of the Lodi Public Library, using such sites as Facebook, Twitter, and the e-newsletter website madmeme.com to stretch the connection of the library between that itself and its patrons. My basic premise is that e-newsletters have been growing in popularity as a source of publicity for businesses. With sites like MailChimp, MadMeme, and many others, the options are endless for what a library can do to promote itself online and reach the most patrons possible. The site that I use for the library is madmeme.com. It's one of the more well-known and reviewed e-marketing providers online. It's very user-friendly, that it allows users to jump in and make the best newsletters possible, and it has a fine customer service aspect that if there are any problems, you're able to get in contact within 15 minutes. And it actually works well for public libraries because it offers a non-profit discount of 20%, where with libraries now suffering a lot of budget cuts and recent economic hardships, it becomes more economically viable for a public library to be able to use this and get in contact with patrons. And basically what it amounts to is, in a single click, you can send out thousands of emails to patrons telling them what's going on at the library, what events or anything special happening in their area. And another positive aspect of it is it gives almost instant statistical analysis of every newsletter and the people that are interacting with it. And how does it relate to maps? Basically, with the map collection or GIS information not being promoted as much as it should within libraries, online promotion adds a new outlook for trying to get in contact with patrons who are wanting to learn more about cartography or GIS. And it can include information about the topic as well as offer information outside of the library system through hyperlinks to other websites online. So basically, my project was doing a step-by-step of how to make the best newsletter to promote maps in the library. And the first step is basically know what info you want to get across. You don't want to go in half-cocked and not have an idea of what you want to talk about to your patrons, because they may just get confused or uninterested and will just click off and not learn anything. So you want to create a rough outline, basically a point A to point B to point C, so that you know what you want to put on the newsletter for them. The next thing you want to do is create an eye-catching color scheme. And with MadMeme, it actually makes it really simple. You can just basically set the background, the foreground, various borders, even the text and link color. And you can also make it, a theme. So, for example, like December, Christmas, you have red, white, Christmassy colors to get across to patrons. So basically what I did for my newsletter for maps was go with more earthy tones of olive greens, light browns, crimson, those kind of colors, something you would see on maps more often than not. You would then add the final draft of the information to your newsletter. Once you have the color theme chosen, you just start adding the information, any images you want to attach to it. You want to have enough information on there to get across to all patrons, not just ones already interested in maps or GIS. You want to give them something that will make them want to come back for more. Not too much information the first time, but just enough. And you want to make it appealing to them and not boring or drab. And make sure that the images that you put on there make sense and connect to the information that is being written on the page. And also, you don't want to forget to add hyperlinks to either map websites, cartography websites, or information about GIS, because it adds a nice little touch so that the libraries go on that extra step to make sure that the patrons get their money's worth from this newsletter. Once that's done, you're going to have to prepare the mailing list, which with MadMeme is very simple because you can break it down to various sub-lists for people that have already expressed interest in learning about maps, or new patrons or older patrons. And then once you have those mailing lists set, you can send it to those people with the click of a button. It only takes a couple minutes to do that, and it lets you know once it's done and start calculating results. And from there, you get your results and data. Although with something as big as this, if you could be sending out thousands upon thousands of emails at one time, you want to give it a few days. Usually 1 to 2 is what I've done, come to realize, because that way people then start clicking the email. You want to give them a chance to see it first before you start looking at the results, because sometimes some people don't check their email every day. And what's good about Mad Mimi is it'll break down the results in a variety of manners. It could be a pie chart, Excel spreadsheet, bar graphs, however it is you best view information, it can do it for you. And it covers such things as who clicked on the email, did they click on links, did they unsubscribe to the email list, did anything get bounced back or marked as spam. All this is very important when you're looking to see how you want to promote a new addition to the library, such as GIS and maps. So in essence, my final summary is basically online promotion is such as social media and e-newsletters offers libraries a chance to reach more patrons than ever before, even as recent as only a few years ago. It allows people to learn different aspects of the library, such as map collection or information on GIS and cartography. Using such things as newsletters can be both beneficial to the library while also fun for all involved, from the making of the newsletter to those reading it. It gives them a nice little added touch that shows the library is really going that extra step to make them feel special as library patrons. Well, thank you very much, and that has been my presentation on maps and GIS.